Hey there, let's check out today's news. One of the world's biggest fashion brands has decided to stop using real animal fur in its clothing. It's part of a growing movement in the fashion industry, and it's something animal rights activists have been campaigning for a long time.
Prada is an Italian luxury brand that makes very, very expensive things, like this $30,000 handbag. Now, the fashion house has announced that starting next year, all their new products won't use animal fur. Prada has been under a lot of pressure from consumers and animal rights groups who say it's cruel to kill an animal and use its skin for fashion, and they're not the first major label to ditch fur. While many are happy with the decision, some still don't have a problem with fur and argue that there's times when it might go to waste if an animal's already being killed for food or environmental reasons. Others reckon the ban doesn't go far enough, saying it should also include animal products like leather and crocodile skin. So, what do you think?
If we're just killing animals just for their fur, then we're just wasting lots of lives, like animal lives.
As much as some people like fur, it's more important for them to keep their fur.
If it was already going to be used for meat, then I think it would sort of be okay.
If you want, maybe we could use artificial fur. Just don't use animals.
What's the best way to learn about whale populations? Obviously, it's by catching their snot. As you can imagine, that's as tricky as it sounds. Instead of using whale-sized tissues, waterproof drones are collecting the boogers that fly out of a whale's blowhole. The scientists say by doing this, they can learn a lot about whales, like the kinds of bacteria and viruses that are in their bodies, and apparently it can also tell them if a whale is pregnant. Now it's time to take a look at what's happening in the world of sport.
Australia's announced a ripper squad for this year's Basketball World Cup. Aussies have been pretty successful in the US the last few years, and it shows in the lineup. 9 NBA players have signed on to wear the green and gold, including Andrew Bogut, Patty Mills, Joe Ingles, and of course Ben Simmons. We all know Sam Kerr is a star, and now she's been named the 3rd best female soccer player in the world. That's according to the BBC's Women's Footballer of the Year award, which is voted on by fans. Ada Hegerberg nabbed 1st place, while Danish player Pernille Harder came 2nd. And there's a fairy tale brewing in North America's National Hockey League. For the first time in 49 years, the St. Louis Blues have scored a place in the Stanley Cup, which is like the NHL's grand final. Halfway through the season, the Blues were at rock bottom, but they staged an epic comeback, winning 30 of their last 45 matches. The finals series will be tough, and they're facing 6-time champions, the Boston Bruins, who actually beat the Blues when they were last in the final in 1970. But who knows? Stranger things have happened.
Our next segment is all about some very special and surprising animals. Here's a lesson for you. If it has eyes, then it's probably not a piece of seaweed. These incredible sea creatures have been surprising visitors at this aquarium in Southern California.
Yeah, it literally just looked like a piece of kelp. It was crazy to me that it was like actually living and swimming around.
The aquarium has just built one of the world's biggest habitats for leafy and weedy sea dragons, species which are threatened in the wild. These little furry piggy-looking creatures are a pretty surprising sight because for a long time the world thought they were extinct. They're called Chicoan peccaries, and it was only in the 1970s that a small population of them was discovered hidden away in South America. It's believed they'd been quietly living there for possibly millions of years. Now, these little babies are the first of their kind to be born in this zoo in Prague. So far, only one other zoo in Berlin has been able to breed them, and it's hoped the new additions will help to keep this special creature around for millions of years to come. And here's something you don't see every day, an ox eating grains. Okay, maybe that's not that weird, but you see, these oxen are royals. Can't you tell by the outfits? This is a Cambodian tradition where some psychic royal oxen are brought out to predict how good the country's harvest will be by seeing which kind of fodder they go for. This year, the oxen ate sesame, beans, corn and rice, which apparently means good news for those crop farmers. And definitely not that the oxen were just very hungry that day. Well, that's it for today, but let us know, what do you think about real animal fur? Should fashion houses be allowed to use it? Comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe.